afternoon, welcome to Camnet TV Media News. I am Precious Mseya Sakaleshi. The headlines. UPND supporters stormed the court in pursuit of LUSAMBO and NAKACHINDA. Justice Minister MULAMBO HAIMBE dissolves the board of the National Prosecutions Authority-NPA. Join me with the details after this commercial.
The trajectory of the business looks very positive, and it looks like we'll be able to launch the
She has so much data.
Mom.
Yes, Devi.
It says here, global warming and climate change is caused by the pollution from careless activities of human beings.
Wow!
Son, do you know I can turn my phone into a TV remote?
How's that possible?
It's so easy. Check this out.
Be smart, be fast with mega data from Zamtel. Get your 15 GB mobile data for only 100 kwacha, 30 GB mobile data for only 200 kwacha, and your 70 GB LTE data bundle with free Netflix, YouTube, Facebook, and WhatsApp. Visit our Facebook page, website, or service centers countrywide for more information. Zamtel, your digital lifestyle partner.
And other media news in detail. Drama elapsed at the Magistrate Court in Lusaka Friday morning after United Party for National Development youths invaded the Magistrate Court premises in pursuit of embattled Kabushi Member of Parliament Bowman LUSAMBO and Patriotic Front Information and Publicity Chairperson Raphael Nakachinda.
It was quite a stressful Friday morning for outspoken opposition Patriotic Front, Information and Publicity Chairperson Raphael Nakachinda and his counterpart, embattled Kabushi Member of Parliament Bowman LUSAMBO when UPND youths stormed at the Magistrate Court on account that they had gone to offer solidarity to the President for a defamation case. Drama at the Lusaka Subordinate Court started after the court adjourned the case in which Mr. Nakachinda is accused of defaming President Hakainde Hichilema, and Mr. LUSAMBO is accused, together with his wife, of being in possession of property suspected of being proceeds of crime, among other charges. The duo, who were appearing in different courts, however, failed to use the normal exit doors in fear of the UPND youths who were waiting for them outside the court corridors patiently. The youths, led by its provincial chairperson Anderson Banda, claimed it had no intentions of arresting the duo, however did send some warning statements.
We are basically here to show solidarity to the President, our beloved President. That's all. And we are within the confines of the law to offer solidarity, and we've been doing this even the time when we were in opposition. When we are coming here offering solidarity to our President, even now when there is a matter involving the President, we are within the law to offer solidarity to the President. If we wanted to manhandle Bowman LUSAMBO and anyone else, they were going to be in the air by now. And no one was going to stop us.
He also urged Mr. Nakachinda to tone down or face consequences.
Nakachinda. In fact, Nakachinda is an unrepentant lunatic. He is an unrepentant lunatic. And time is catching up with him. It's not good to provoke people who are silent and who are respecting you. So there was a matter of defamation against our beloved President. Nakachinda defamed our President, and they have continued abusing the freedom of expression. And that is not settling well. Because we deserve, the President deserves respect, the President deserves the dignity that is supposed to be given as the head of state. So we will not allow surrogates like Nakachinda, Bowman LUSAMBO, Tayari, and others to continue demeaning and undermining the head of state.
While Mr. Banda was uttering these words, Mr. LUSAMBO was just few meters being held at the court's holding cells for his safety, could hear the sound and anger of the UPND youths.
President, so we
It had to take the intervention and quick response for the police, who came speeding with their military vehicles to save Mr. Lusambo, who was hiding in the cells, while only God knows which exit Mr. Nakachinda used, as no one saw him leave the premise. Meanwhile, Mr. Nakachinda has accused the UPND senior members of organizing thugs to harass him, and Mr. Lusambo, as they appeared before court on the 20th of May 2022.
We experienced this morning is highly unfortunate. We are now clearly more or less in a banana republic in view of what happened at the subordinate court. The so-called rule of law is being abrogated with impunity in relation to the conduct of the UPND cadres. Today, Mr. William Banda, I want to believe my young brother Riswaniso and others, did organize UPND thugs. We can't even classify them as cadres, thugs, to come to the court purely for purposes of wanting to lynch those of us who are appearing before court.
Earlier, the court declined both their application to refer the matter to the Constitutional Court. Miriam Kaimba reporting for Camnet TV News.
Minister of Home Affairs and Internal Security Jack Mwimbu says societies which have not paid their annual returns risk being deregistered. Addressing the media Friday, Mr. Mwimbu said only a third of societies out of over 30,000 in the country have not paid their returns, citing various reasons, among them the coronavirus pandemic.
In Zambia's democratic space, the freedom of belonging to a society of one's choice is guaranteed in the Constitution. The Ministry of Home Affairs and Internal Security has, however, expressed concern that despite the country having about 30,000 legally registered societies, among them political parties and churches, only a third of them have filed in their annual returns for the period 2021-2022, whose deadline was March 2022. Addressing the media Friday, Minister of Home Affairs and Internal Security Jack Mwimbu states that this was due to various reasons given, among them the economic slowdown due to the coronavirus.
Ladies and gentlemen, the introduction of online submission of returns from manual amid these surging cases of COVID-19 has consequently made it difficult for most societies to submit returns within the statutory period. This has resulted in penalties being slapped on the defaulting societies. They claim that in line with the health guidelines, they failed to raise enough income to enable them remit their returns. Some societies cited the restrictions on non-essential travel during that period as having hindered them from traveling to fulfill these statutory obligations, thereby leading to non-compliance.
He has, however, stated that the ministry has extended the period to 13th July for 2022, while waiving off the 6,000 kwacha late payment penalty fee, warning those who will not pay of deregistration.
I have extended the period for submission of annual returns to July 13th, 2022. 2. I have granted an amnesty on vulnerable clubs, groups and churches that are in default due to reasons cited above, thereby waiving off the penalty of 6,000 kwacha and allowing the affected societies to pay only the prescribed statutory fee of 250 kwacha for each year defaulted. This amnesty will be with effect for the period of the extension only. The affected societies are therefore encouraged to take advantage of this extension and amnesty to normalize their accounts and records, as failure to do so in the stipulated period will lead to deregistration.
He has further called on societies to take advantage of available online platforms in various places to make the said payments. Zipporah Mshala, Camnet News, Lusaka.
The Justice Minister MULAMBO HAIMBE with immediate effect dissolved the board of the National Prosecution Authority (NPA). In a statement made available to Camnet News, Mr. HAIMBE says the decision to dissolve the board is in accordance with Article 270 of the Constitution of Zambia, Cap 1, Section 26 of the Interpretation and General Provision Act, Cap 2, which gives him power to appoint and remove a person in office.
I am further pleased that the pro bono policy framework contains quality control measures which require that lawyers shall treat pro bono matters with the same importance and with the same care and conduct as they do with their matters in private practice or institutional, or in their institutional practice, as it were. As such, pro bono clients shall have the same rights as paying clients to file complaints before the Legal Practitioners Committee of the Law Association of Zambia in the event that they have a grievance against a member. This measure will provide as a safeguard to ineffectual representation. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, a few weeks ago, I had the privilege to travel to the Copper Belt, where I had an opportunity of interacting with inmates and correctional officers at Kamfinsa prison in Kitwe. During that trip, we also had the opportunity with cooperating partners and the Legal Aid Board to visit the legal aid desks and other access to justice interventions. I noted that there were a number of convicts and remandees who were not represented and had a lot of grievances in terms of their continued incarceration in the correctional facilities. These sadly included juveniles. The number of self-represented suspects in this regard was quite alarming. Therefore, the purpose of the pro bono policy framework is to provide free legal services in civil and criminal matters and to persons whose means are inadequate to enable them to engage practitioners.
That news item brings us to the end of Camnet TV News, but before we go, here are the headlines once again. UPND supporters stormed the court in pursuit of LUSAMBO and NAKACHINDA. Justice Minister MULAMBO HAIMBE dissolved the board of the National Prosecutions Authority (NPA). Thank you for watching. I am Precious Mzea Sakaleji. Good afternoon.